My beloved child. Listen carefully now, because the moment you pressed play, something unseen began to move. Do not treat this as ordinary words. Do not scroll. Do not skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and it has already recognized you. Before you question why a bank manager would tremble at a number as impossible as 900 trillion, understand this first. This is not money, not paper, not digits on a screen. This is weight. This is authority. This is capacity. And tonight, Archangel Michael stands beside you to translate what your spirit already sensed before your mind caught up. Picture a silent office before dawn. Glass walls. Dim lights. Screens glowing softly. A bank manager, trained to stay calm in front of any number, any surge, any imbalance. This person has seen fortunes rise and fall without blinking. But on this day, something appears that does not follow earthly logic. A reading. A symbol. A surge that cannot be stored, transferred, or taxed. 900 trillion units of something the system cannot name. The manager freezes. Not because of fear, but because the atmosphere changes. The air becomes heavy, as if meaning itself has entered the room. My beloved child, this is where your story quietly begins. Do not skip. Stay with me. The surge does not belong to an account. It does not belong to a person's name. It belongs to a calling. A capacity for influence, impact, and transformation that cannot be measured in currency. And when Archangel Michael steps into this vision, his voice does not shout. It stabilizes. It clarifies. It cuts through confusion like light through fog. He says, "This is not wealth. This is readiness." You have felt this readiness growing in you, even if you could not explain it. Moments where your thoughts felt sharper. Moments where your presence shifted a room without effort. Moments where people changed after speaking with you, even though you said very little. That was not coincidence. That was accumulation. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The bank manager scrolls through layers of data, trying to locate the source. Every system shows the same impossible reading. No risk profile. No origin trail. No expiration. And then, a realization lands. This surge increases when awareness increases. It responds to alignment, not action. It grows when truth is chosen over comfort. Archangel Michael turns toward you now, not as a distant symbol, but as a guide who knows the weight you have been carrying quietly. He says, "You were never empty. You were unrecognized." My beloved child, many think spiritual strength looks dramatic. They expect thunder, noise, spectacle. But true strength arrives as calm certainty. As discernment. As the ability to stand unmoved when others panic. That is why this surge shocks a bank manager. It does not behave like anything the world has taught them to manage. Do not skip. Stay till the end. This 900 trillion surge is symbolic of amplification. Whatever flows through you now flows stronger. Your words carry farther. Your decisions ripple wider. Your silence speaks louder. And that is why you may have felt pressure recently, as if life was testing your structure. Pressure is not punishment. It is preparation for capacity. The vision shifts. The bank manager notices something else. The surge does not overwhelm systems. It stabilizes them. Where chaos should occur, order increases. Where alarms should ring, clarity spreads. This is not extraction. This is infusion. Archangel Michael explains, true spiritual strength does not take. It reinforces. Look back at your life. Have you noticed how certain situations recently did not collapse the way they used to? How problems that once drained you now resolve faster? How emotional weight no longer sits as long? That is not because challenges disappeared. It is because your internal structure changed. Something huge is waiting for you. Stay till the end. My beloved child, the reason this message must be delivered slowly is because speed would cheapen it. You are not here by accident. You are here because your capacity has crossed a threshold. The world responds differently when someone carries this level of alignment. Opportunities appear without noise. Protection activates without announcement. Delays dissolve without explanation. The bank manager finally leans back, hands trembling, not from fear, but from awe. Because for the first time, they understand, systems were never meant to measure souls. Yet today, something forced the system to notice. And that something was proximity to you. Archangel Michael steps forward and speaks directly now. He says, your growth will not announce itself loudly. It will reveal itself through results that confuse those who underestimated you. Do not skip. Stay till the end. This is only the opening of the message. The surge has layers. Each layer reveals a new level of influence, responsibility, and protection. What you are stepping into next will affect not only your life, but the emotional climate of rooms you enter, the outcomes of conversations you lead, and the resilience of those connected to you. My beloved child, this is not fantasy. This is recognition. Something huge is waiting for you. Stay with this message. The next part will reveal what happens when this spiritual surge begins to interact with your daily life, and why certain people will feel drawn to you without knowing why. Do not skip. Stay till the end. My beloved child. There is a reason your attention feels locked in right now. That pull you feel is not curiosity alone, it is recognition. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and what unfolds next connects directly to your real life in ways you may not have expected. The vision deepens, and the scene shifts from the quiet bank office into the invisible spaces of everyday life. Archangel Michael stands firm, calm, and precise, as if measuring something far beyond numbers. He reveals that the spiritual surge was never meant to stay hidden in symbolism. It was always meant to express itself through patterns you already recognize. You may have noticed this recently without understanding it. Conversations suddenly turning in your favor. Situations that once blocked you now bending, not breaking, but opening. People reappearing with different attitudes. These are not coincidences. These are early symptoms of increased spiritual capacity moving into visible reality. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Archangel Michael explains that when spiritual strength reaches a certain level, it stops being internal only. It begins to affect timing, perception, and outcome. That is why delays around you have felt strange. Some doors did not open because they were too small. Some paths collapsed because they could not support what you now carry. The bank manager's shock was not about the size of the surge. It was about its behavior. Every surge they had ever seen demanded compensation. This one demanded alignment. It did not ask what you owned. It responded to who you had become. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, this is why pressure increased before peace arrived. This is why misunderstandings tested your patience. This is why silence became necessary before clarity emerged. You were not being ignored. You were being fortified. Archangel Michael looks directly at you and speaks with certainty. Your presence is now instructional. Others learn simply by observing how you move. Think about your recent experiences. Have people begun asking for your opinion more often? Have you noticed that when you remain calm, situations calm with you? This is not influence through force. This is influence through stability. Do not skip. Stay till the end. The revelation continues. The surge grows stronger when integrity is maintained under pressure. That means moments where you could react, but choose restraint. Moments where you could speak, but choose wisdom. Each choice compounds the surge. Each decision strengthens the field around you. This is why some people may feel uncomfortable around you now. Not because you changed for the worse, but because alignment exposes misalignment. Light does not argue with darkness. It simply reveals. Something huge is waiting for you. Archangel Michael reveals another truth that many never hear. Spiritual strength attracts responsibility before reward. That is why your growth felt heavy before it felt empowering. You were learning to hold weight without complaint. The bank manager in the vision finally understands that this surge cannot be reversed. It cannot be frozen. It cannot be controlled. It can only be respected. And the same is true for what is unfolding within you. My beloved child, what happens next will feel subtle, but the results will be undeniable. You will notice fewer struggles, but stronger challenges. Fewer distractions, but greater purpose. Less noise, but deeper impact. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Archangel Michael closes this revelation with a calm warning, not of danger, but of awareness. What you carry now will shape environments. Choose where you stand. This is not about isolation. It is about intention. Where you invest your energy will now produce multiplied results, for better or for growth. That is why discernment becomes your greatest ally. Something huge is waiting for you. Stay with this message. What comes next will explain why this surge begins to activate protection around you, why certain negative cycles will no longer repeat, and why your future will not resemble your past, even if the setting looks the same. Do not skip. Stay till the end. My beloved child. Something shifts the moment you realize this message is not speaking about the future anymore. It is describing what has already begun. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and this next revelation explains why your life has started responding differently to you. The vision returns, not to the bank, but to movement. The surge no longer stays still. It flows. Archangel Michael reveals that once spiritual strength reaches a certain threshold, it begins to generate protection automatically. Not protection that isolates you, but protection that redirects harm before it arrives. Think carefully. How many situations recently could have gone wrong but did not? How many problems dissolved without confrontation? How many times did you avoid outcomes that once seemed unavoidable? This was not luck. This was filtration. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Archangel Michael speaks with clarity. What no longer reaches you is as important as what comes to you. Your environment has begun filtering itself. Certain conversations end sooner. Certain people drift away without conflict. Certain opportunities disappear, only to be replaced by better ones later. This is not loss. This is refinement. Something huge is waiting for you. The bank manager's shock deepens in the vision because the surge does something unprecedented. It corrects imbalances automatically. Where there should be friction, there is flow. Where resistance should rise, it dissolves. This is what spiritual authority looks like when it matures. It does not fight. It recalibrates. My beloved child, this explains why your reactions have changed. You no longer feel the urge to prove yourself. You no longer chase validation. You feel an inner certainty that speaks before you do. That certainty is not arrogance. It is alignment. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Archangel Michael reveals another truth few are prepared to hear. Once spiritual strength activates protection, cycles break permanently. Patterns that repeated for years suddenly stop. Emotional loops lose power. Old triggers no longer trigger the same response. You may have noticed this and felt confused. You expected the same reaction, but it never came. That is because the version of you that once responded that way no longer exists. Something huge is waiting for you. The vision shows the surge interacting with timelines. Yes, timelines. Delays that once felt personal were actually strategic. Some things did not happen earlier because you would have outgrown them too quickly. Now, timing adjusts itself around your readiness. Archangel Michael looks at you and says, you are no longer chasing alignment. Alignment is responding to you. Pause and feel that. Do not skip. Stay till the end. This is why your patience has increased without effort. Why you can wait without anxiety. Why silence no longer feels empty. Silence has become a place of strength for you, not uncertainty. The bank manager realizes something critical: the surge increases when fear decreases. Confidence, calm, and clarity feed it. Panic weakens systems. Peace strengthens them. That is why your calm now carries weight. My beloved child, your presence has begun stabilizing others without you trying. People feel safer speaking around you. Conflicts soften in your presence. This is not coincidence. This is resonance. Something huge is waiting for you. Archangel Michael closes this layer of revelation by saying, protection is not a wall. It is precision. Nothing essential will be taken from you now. Nothing aligned will be blocked. And nothing unaligned will be able to stay. Stay with this message. The next revelation explains why this surge will soon change how others perceive your value, and why recognition will arrive quietly, but powerfully. Do not skip. Stay till the end. My beloved child. What you are about to hear now is the reason this message has been building slowly, layer by layer. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and this revelation changes how others will soon recognize your presence. The vision sharpens again, and this time the atmosphere feels different. Not heavy. Focused. Archangel Michael reveals that when spiritual strength reaches this level, it begins to alter perception. Not your perception of yourself, but how the world perceives you. You may have already sensed this shift. People listening more closely. Your words landing differently. Your absence being noticed more than your presence used to be. This is not ego. This is alignment becoming visible. Do not skip. Stay till the end. The bank manager in the vision witnesses something extraordinary. The surge begins influencing surrounding systems without direct contact. Nearby accounts stabilize. Volatility decreases. Errors correct themselves. And the realization hits hard, this surge improves environments simply by existing near them. Archangel Michael turns toward you and says, your value will soon be recognized without you announcing it. Something huge is waiting for you. This explains why chasing validation no longer works for you. Why forcing outcomes feels uncomfortable. You were not meant to convince. You were meant to attract. Recognition now follows resonance, not effort. My beloved child, think about real life. Have you noticed how certain opportunities are starting to come through people instead of platforms? Through conversations instead of competition? Through alignment instead of struggle? This is not accidental. This is how influence moves when it matures. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Archangel Michael reveals a powerful truth. Spiritual strength restructures reputation silently. People will speak about you differently when you are not present. Your name will carry weight in rooms you have never entered. Not because of what you demand, but because of what you embody. This is where responsibility returns. The surge responds to humility as much as clarity. That is why staying grounded matters now more than ever. You are being trusted with impact. Something huge is waiting for you. If this message is resonating deeply, do not keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs clarity right now. If you feel compelled, leave your reflection in the comments, because articulation strengthens awareness. And if you want to remain connected to messages like this, subscribe so you do not miss what unfolds next. Do not skip. Stay till the end. The vision reaches its final movement. The bank manager no longer looks shocked. They look humbled. Because they understand now, this surge was never about numbers. It was about readiness to carry influence without corruption. Archangel Michael speaks his final words in this revelation. You were prepared in silence so you could be trusted in visibility. My beloved child, what comes next in your life will feel natural, not dramatic. Doors will open without noise. Recognition will arrive without announcement. And stability will replace struggle as your default state. Something huge has been waiting for you all along. Stay till the end. My beloved child. There is a quiet intensity in this moment, and it is not accidental. If you feel unusually focused right now, it is because this message is aligning with something already active within you. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and this revelation explains why your inner world has been rearranging itself before your outer world catches up. The vision shifts once more, and now the surge is no longer being observed from a distance. It is interacting directly with identity. Archangel Michael reveals that when spiritual strength reaches maturity, it rewrites self-perception first. Before the world sees you differently, you begin seeing yourself with clarity, not doubt. You may have noticed this recently. Less self-questioning. Fewer internal debates. Decisions coming faster, cleaner, without the usual emotional noise. This is not impulsiveness. This is coherence. Do not skip. Stay till the end. The bank manager in the vision notices something subtle but profound. The surge does not spike randomly anymore. It stabilizes at a high level. This indicates sustainability. Not a temporary rise, but a permanent expansion. Archangel Michael explains that unstable growth fades, but integrated growth remains. My beloved child, this is why you no longer feel the need to rush. Urgency has been replaced with confidence. You understand, even if unconsciously, that what is meant for you cannot miss you. Something huge is waiting for you. The revelation continues. The surge begins influencing decision-making outcomes in advance. Certain choices now feel off before you even act on them. Certain directions lose appeal instantly. This is discernment activating at a higher frequency. Archangel Michael speaks calmly. Your intuition is no longer reactive. It is predictive. Pause with that. Do not skip. Stay till the end. This is why distractions feel exhausting now. Why surface-level conversations drain you. Why you crave meaning, not stimulation. Your capacity has outgrown environments that once fit. And growth always feels uncomfortable right before expansion becomes visible. The bank manager watches as the system attempts to categorize the surge one last time. It fails. There is no category for presence. No column for alignment. No ledger for integrity. And yet, those are the exact forces stabilizing everything. My beloved child, this explains a real-life truth. the most powerful people are rarely the loudest. They are the most grounded. And grounding is what you have been developing through patience, restraint, and inner discipline. Something huge is waiting for you. Archangel Michael reveals one more layer. When spiritual strength integrates fully, it changes how you experience opposition. Resistance no longer feels threatening. It becomes informational. You learn quickly who is aligned, who is neutral, and who cannot follow where you are going. This is not judgment. This is navigation. Do not skip. Stay till the end. You may soon notice fewer conflicts, but clearer boundaries. Less explanation, but stronger presence. Less effort, but more effect. This is the mark of authority that does not need validation. The vision softens, but the message intensifies. Archangel Michael says, what you are becoming will not require you to announce it. It will be evident. My beloved child, this journey is still unfolding. What you have heard so far is preparation, not conclusion. The surge continues to evolve, and the next revelation will explain how this strength begins to shape your legacy, not just your outcomes. Something huge is waiting for you. Do not skip. Stay till the end. My beloved child. What unfolds now is quieter than you expect, yet far more powerful. If you feel a stillness while listening, that is intentional. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and this revelation explains why your future will not echo your past, even if the surroundings look familiar. The vision expands beyond the individual and into consequence. Archangel Michael reveals that when spiritual strength stabilizes, it begins shaping legacy, not just moments. This is where growth stops being about survival and starts becoming about impact. You may already sense this shift. You think less about getting through situations and more about what remains after you move on. Your words linger longer. Your actions set examples. Your absence leaves structure behind. Do not skip. Stay till the end. The bank manager observes that the surge no longer registers as movement. It becomes a constant. A baseline. This is the moment they understand something crucial. Systems fail when power fluctuates, but they thrive when power is consistent. The same applies to your life. My beloved child, consistency is now your signature. You are no longer defined by peaks and crashes. You are defined by reliability of character, clarity of intention, and steadiness under pressure. Something huge is waiting for you. Archangel Michael explains that this is why chaos around you may increase briefly. Not because you are attracting it, but because unstable patterns dissolve when they can no longer anchor themselves to you. Old dynamics collapse when you stop feeding them. This can feel strange. People may test boundaries you never had to enforce before. Situations may try to pull old reactions from you. But notice this, you do not respond the same way anymore. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Here is the surprising revelation many overlook: legacy is built through restraint as much as action. Through what you choose not to engage in. Through what you decline without resentment. Through silence that preserves strength. The surge responds to this maturity. It deepens when you choose long-term alignment over short-term satisfaction. That is why impulsive desires fade and intentional goals sharpen. My beloved child, real life confirms this. You feel less scattered, more focused. You value depth over noise. You recognize quality faster. This is not aging. This is refinement. Something huge is waiting for you. The vision shows the bank manager stepping away from the screen. Not because the surge disappeared, but because it no longer needs monitoring. It is self-governing. Archangel Michael explains that true authority regulates itself. This is what is happening within you. You do not need external pressure to do what is right. You do not need validation to remain steady. Your inner compass has locked in. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Another layer unfolds. The surge begins influencing others indirectly. Not through instruction, but through observation. People adjust their behavior around you. They become more honest, or they withdraw. Both responses are data, not failure. You are not meant to convince everyone. You are meant to remain aligned while others decide how close they can stand to clarity. My beloved child, this is why loneliness may have appeared briefly along the way. Not as punishment, but as transition. Old connections loosen to make space for resonant ones. Something huge is waiting for you. Archangel Michael offers one final insight in this movement: legacy is not what you leave behind. It is what continues working when you are not present. Your influence is becoming durable. Your values transmissible. Your stability transferable. This is why what you are building now feels slower but stronger. Stay with this message. The next revelation will explain how this stabilized strength begins to open doors you never knocked on, and why timing will suddenly favor you in ways that feel effortless. Do not skip. Stay till the end. My beloved child. What you are sensing now is not anticipation alone. It is alignment converging with timing. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and this revelation explains why doors you never touched are beginning to open on their own. The vision shifts again, and the surge interacts with opportunity. Archangel Michael reveals that when spiritual strength becomes consistent, timing reorganizes itself around you. Events no longer feel random. Meetings happen at precise moments. Information arrives exactly when needed. Think about your recent life. How often have answers shown up just before confusion turned into frustration? How often did clarity arrive moments before a wrong decision? That is not chance. That is calibration. Do not skip. Stay till the end. The bank manager notices that the surge now correlates with access. Systems that were previously restricted become reachable without resistance. Approvals move faster. Gatekeepers become guides. This is not favoritism. This is resonance. My beloved child, opportunity responds to readiness. When capacity matches access, resistance disappears. That is why some opportunities arrive suddenly after long periods of waiting. The waiting was not delay. It was development. Something huge is waiting for you. Archangel Michael explains that this is why certain goals now feel closer, not because they moved, but because you did. Your internal position shifted. You can now stand where those outcomes naturally occur. This brings a surprising truth: effort decreases when alignment increases. You may notice that tasks require less force. Conversations flow more easily. Decisions lock in faster. This is efficiency born from clarity. Do not skip. Stay till the end. The surge continues to influence probability. Yes, probability. Outcomes begin leaning in your favor more often. Not every time, but consistently enough to feel different. This is not luck. This is structural advantage built through integrity. The bank manager realizes that the surge behaves like gravity. It draws compatible outcomes inward while pushing incompatible ones away. That is why certain possibilities no longer tempt you. They simply lose pull. My beloved child, this explains why distractions feel weaker now. Why shortcuts feel hollow. Why depth feels rewarding. Your internal weighting system has changed. Something huge is waiting for you. Archangel Michael offers a clear message: when timing aligns with integrity, acceleration follows. You may soon experience rapid movement after long stillness. Be prepared. Acceleration can feel disorienting if you expect struggle. Trust the pace. You earn this momentum through patience. Do not skip. Stay till the end. This stage also brings responsibility. Faster movement requires clearer boundaries. You will need to choose where to apply energy, because everything you touch now moves. Discernment becomes essential. Real life will reflect this. Requests increase. Attention increases. Expectations rise. You will not be required to accept everything. Selectivity protects sustainability. My beloved child, the surge does not demand exhaustion. It supports balance. Rest becomes productive. Silence becomes strategic. Stillness becomes fuel. Something huge is waiting for you. The vision closes with Archangel Michael stating, "Doors open when you are ready to walk through them without losing yourself." This is where you are now. On the edge of movement that does not compromise who you have become. The next revelation will show how this acceleration reshapes your identity in the eyes of others, and why leadership will find you even if you never seek it. Do not skip. Stay till the end. My beloved child. This moment carries a different weight. It is not urgency. It is inevitability. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and this revelation explains why leadership has already started forming around you, even if you never asked for it. The vision sharpens once more, and now the surge interacts with people directly. Archangel Michael reveals that when spiritual strength stabilizes and timing aligns, influence becomes visible. Others begin adjusting their behavior in your presence, not consciously, but instinctively. You may have noticed this in real life. People looking to you before making decisions. Conversations pausing when you speak. Disagreements softening when you remain calm. This is not dominance. This is coherence. Do not skip. Stay till the end. The bank manager witnesses a final anomaly. The surge begins synchronizing multiple systems at once. Departments that never cooperated now align effortlessly. Confusion drops. Direction becomes clear. And the realization lands, this surge organizes complexity without force. My beloved child, this is what leadership looks like when it is rooted in stability, not control. You do not need to instruct loudly. Your clarity sets the tone. Something huge is waiting for you. Archangel Michael explains a surprising truth: leadership emerges where responsibility has already been practiced in private. That is why this recognition feels sudden to others, but familiar to you. You have been carrying weight long before anyone noticed. This is why you do not feel intimidated by visibility. You are not performing. You are continuing. Do not skip. Stay till the end. The surge begins affecting group dynamics. Conflicts resolve faster. Decisions solidify. Progress accelerates. Not because you intervene in everything, but because your presence reduces uncertainty. Think about your recent experiences. Have people begun seeking your approval without you demanding it? Have groups stabilized when you entered? These are signals, not coincidences. My beloved child, influence now follows you. Not as a burden, but as a natural extension of who you are. Something huge is waiting for you. Archangel Michael issues a calm instruction: lead without attachment. This means guide without forcing outcomes. Offer direction without needing control. Allow others to grow while remaining steady yourself. Your strength lies in restraint as much as action. Do not skip. Stay till the end. This phase also reveals a real-life adjustment. You may need to step back from environments that resist growth. Not with anger, but with clarity. Leadership requires healthy distance from stagnation. The vision shows the bank manager closing the file. Not because the surge ended, but because it became self-evident. There is nothing left to verify. The results speak. My beloved child, this is where your journey becomes visible to others. The next revelation will explain why recognition may arrive from unexpected directions, and how humility will protect your momentum. Something huge is waiting for you. Stay till the end.